Oh yeah, I wonder if did Attack on Titan finish though?
Hey, what?
Nothing. All right.
If you do have questions, Tom, you can post it on the chat.
Sometimes I'm scared I post the live on my own timeline. That's always my worry. Like if I post it on my own timeline, my whole family's gonna see that. It's
Why? There's nothing wrong with it.
not the point because you don't understand the amount of family I have. No one would be able to understand. They only speak Spanish. There's nothing wrong. It's just it'll be funny. All right.
Yeah. So I
So
see
hey
the live
guys.
on Facebook. Yeah, it's on. I'm gonna keep track on that.
Yeah, I guess we'll just get started since we only have Tom here. And if anyone's watching from the Facebook Live, you could always join in on this link right here. I need to I need to edit that, but it's fine. All right.
I'll post it.
Yeah, no, I posted it already on the live. All right. So let's get started. Hey, William. Hey, Tom. So the first question we got from our Facebook post was was from Alma. We have a black tie PB12. Our images show dark corners in all of our pictures. We've tried changing camera settings as well as additional lighting, and not much has helped. Is there something else in the settings we can change? Oh my, I'm mixed up. Oh yeah, to help remove the dark corners. All right, so I'm seeing these pictures. She also provided 2 pictures. So there's the picture of just the little ring lighting and then the other one. So as long as you do have additional lighting, that is correct. That should be able to help sufficient. But that what's going on right now, that is called it's just kind of like a ring light effect. So since there's lights going around it, so what I would recommend doing, again, is just make sure you have sufficient lighting and also changing these settings. Hold on, let me connect my camera so I could have the settings pop up and I'm not sharing my screen. Neat. Give me a second. Okay. And just bear with me while I connect to my Canon camera. Oh, you got anything as well?
Hey, Marisol. Good evening. If you have any questions, you can post it on the chat below.
All right. Hi, Marcel. All right, sharing my screen. Share. There it is. All right, can everyone see?
Yep.
All right. So I'll just plug in the camera so I can pull up the settings. Okay. So for your little ring light as well, you do say that you already have extra lighting. That's perfect. The only other settings I would make sure that you have, I think it's called the aperture, the AV. That's basically like the depth of field, basically kind of like the background to make the subject stand out. I would say try the 5.6 setting and also make sure that your image quality is set to large fine. Because I think you have it right now on maybe medium or S2, just so maybe it can kind of buffer out the image quality. Increasing your ISO might also help out so you can make your subject pop. I would say increase the ISO to 800 and maybe actually as well, maybe lowering your you might have your shutter speed maybe at 180, 125. Again, just so we can talk more about this, I would say send us a email to support@photoboothint.com and we can kind of see your settings a little bit better. Maybe we can schedule a tech call to get that kind of sorted out. But try doing the 160, 5.6, and 800 ISO. Are you by chance on the Facebook chat? Is she on the live?
I don't see any comments yet, but we do have 4 viewers on Facebook Live. So
Let's hopefully they are able to see that and reach out and see if they get tested out. All right. We're going to move on. But again, if you still do have the situation with those settings, shoot us an email at support@photoboothint and we'll try to.com. And we will sort that out maybe on a tech call since you did provide enough information. So the next question was from Leslie Rudas. I have a mirror booth and my photos are coming out yellow from both my printers. Could you help with this? And he provided these pictures. I can actually pull this up. These pictures right here.
Don't see it.
Oh, these?
No,
Okay.
there. Yeah, it showed up for a second there.
Yeah, no, it's because I'm on my second monitor.
Mm.
Okay. So they're coming out yellow. So basically it's the color correction is kind of weird. But she did mention that whenever she borrowed someone else's printer, it came out good. What I would say is, again, just make sure you take out the ink and reseat it. But if it's still causing the issue, I think, do you remember what printer she has, pal? I think
Yeah,
that's the,
recently she just got the QW410.
yeah, but
Another
that's,
one is RX1.
yeah, but that's, I think, oh yeah, no, I see it, the QW.
Mm.
Oh, someone unmuted their mic, I think. Hello?
In the show.
Oh, that's weird. Anyways, what I would recommend doing is, let me see. It might just be maybe some color correction that's going on. And did you already confirm that? Oh, yeah, and you also confirmed that it's not your camera settings, correct? I would like to see the digital if possible.
Mhm.
But it's saying the prints came out really good, but you also, I don't know. What I would recommend doing is, oh, wait, no, they're from the event. Okay. What I would recommend trying to do, I think you may have, no, you didn't increase your bleed. Go into color. The color. Oh, no, this is not the DNP one. Forgot it's for the QW. I think this one might have to get back onto it because I need to look more into the QW settings because what you're missing most likely might be the custom color profile. There's a different ICC from what I know of that might be able to fix your situation. But you could also mess with, I think that would be more of your, was it contrast? I can't remember.
I can also reach out to Leslie.
Yeah, I would say reach
Just
out, try to do it because she just received her QW, correct?
yeah. Also,
Yeah.
we do have a yeah. Moving on though. Since
Yeah.
it's really like a anyway. We do
Yeah.
have a question from Facebook. For William Block. I have a mirror booth, and when I delete the event to save space, my photo are in the X drive. It's taking up space.
I can actually answer that one really quick.
Yeah.
And the X drive is taking up space. Oh, wait. No, the photos in the X drive. I'm confused. Delete the event, save space. Oh yeah. So whenever you are deleting the event, make sure that you're clearing out the photos before you do, because they will actually leave files overhand. So more or less the proper way to clear an event. Oh my, everything's freezing up. Yeah, quick second. Hey, pal,
Yep. Mirror.
can you still see my screen by chance? Because my Zoom thing
Yeah.
disappeared.
Yeah. It's still moving for me. Yeah.
Okay. Yeah, I'm gonna have to close this because it did not like I'm switching back and forth from Facebook.
Yeah, I'll keep track of it. No worries.
Yeah.
And by the way, William, just to follow up with Richard's question, are you deleting the photos directly from Darkroom, or are you deleting them like directly from your X drive?
Most likely what's going on is just that he deleted the event, but the pictures are still
Mhm.
there.
Yeah, possibly.
Whenever, before you do delete an event, make sure to go through your prints and photos to delete them. Let me see if I have any to delete right here. So just select all of them doing that or doing Control A. Then just click up here where it says photo right here and then remove photo. Then it'll give you the option to delete the picture files as well. Remove.
Okay. Yeah, it seems like he only deleted Darkroom, as he said.
Yeah,
So yeah,
but oh yeah, sorry. But whenever you do, like if you do delete the event, this is how you clear it. Just make sure you go to this PC local disk X. And this part might be a little annoying, I will say that. So these little numbers right here, the 202 stuff, you should see that. Most likely the pictures are going to be in one of those. So just double click it, then double click any of these. So an ED0010 is none, but an ED0011, here's some photos right here. But this one is the one I guess I just cleared out. Gotta look for that photos folder, basically. Here it is. Here's from one of the events. But yeah, that's the way you would do that. It's kind of tedious. We're gonna have to go through each one of these until you can actually find it. Luckily, there's nothing here. Maybe a video, no video.
Yeah, and make sure, of course, that you do have a Darkroom open when you open up X Drive. So that should solve the problem there.
Here's another one too. So yeah, you just try to search for those by finding the photos folder. If you had the event, what you could also do is just right click on any of these prints or photos, right click and then open containing folder, which would also open the file folder right away where you can find it.
Yep.
Okay.
No problem, William.
All right, let's go back to the Facebook questions. But yeah, Leslie, just reach out to us for Brianna Villalobos. Can I pronounce that right? How to shift your template on the I cannot pronounce last names. How to shift your template on a photo printout, not the bleed. My photos are slightly cropped on the top as if the template was shifted up. Good question. All right. So I need to also know what printer you are using for like the how to say it. For the QW410, you could do this. I think they're following. But right here where it says find adjustment is to shift the print paper, the print position. For you, if it's slightly shifted up, I would say try to go down, maybe negative, and try to do prints like that. I'm pretty sure on all printers you could do that. Yeah. So again, vertical, horizontal, but I think if I remember correctly, the paper shifted vertical. Because you also got to think about how the paper's coming out on. Since it's a 4x6 going down on the top, it might be, no, yeah, it should be vertical. So yeah, just try to go down on the vertical, see if that would fix the issue. If it's not, it might be the other way around because I know different printers like the Sinfonia might be a little different. But you should see the fine adjustment setting. Hopefully that should fix your issue instead of changing the ink bleed, since if you do, I think if you remember correctly, the bleed kind of changes, not changes the color, but it's kind of a difference in the image. Then is Facebook Live okay? All right.
Yep,
and any
it's okay.
questions on the fine adjustment? And
Or
go
any
ahead.
questions for the people here on the live, you can just post it in the chat box if you want.
Yeah, and oh, here's my chat box. Okay, now I have the chat up.
Yeah.
Okay, no questions. I'm gonna keep continuing. For Cora McGuffey, what's stopping my printer from reprinting when I go back to an event? What's stopping my printer from reprinting when I go back to an event? That can mean a few things, I think. Again, always specify your printer. But from what I think of what's going on, when I go back to an event. I think, depending on which printer you have, if it's a Sinfonia CS2, double click your Sinfonia and make sure that your printer sleeps after 120 or 240. I'm making something crazy, but normally it will stop. Oh no, we cover for all boosts. If it's like called Darkroom, but it's mainly because of the software, but we could also have Astro Boost questions or just any questions. So make sure that your Sinfonia CS2 printer is just set to sleep after 240. For other printers, they don't have that option, like the RX1 or the DNP QW. Excuse me. But yeah, I would say just make sure that that sleep setting, if you have the CS2, is changed, or what's stopping it from reprinting maybe may have disconnected, lost connection. So the other thing I would also have you do is make sure you're on the event of where it's reprinting. Click up here where it says print. And if you have the print setting, or if you're in the settings, output and then output queue, or show print queue, your choice. They're both the same option. But yeah, whenever you get to your output queue, right now I don't have any pending jobs, but you'll see the pending jobs of the reprint if they are here, and it'll tell you what's wrong. Maybe it's like like down here you see I have 0 printers in use, 0 printers available. If you have zero, all zeros in there, that means there's an issue with your connection to your printer. So maybe something's going on there, or it's just Darkroom got lost. What I would recommend doing is scan for printers on the left side right here. And maybe that should reconnect it, and then your reprint should continue on. That's what I would recommend doing. Any questions if you're on the chat for that?
For Facebook Live, we do have a question from Sylvia. Yeah, it's just asking. She's just asking for beauty filters.
Okay, so for the beauty filters, we can do that real quick. So for the beauty filters, if you're going to be using, this depends on your booth or what type of template you're going to be using. If you're using one of these templates that are just like the standstills that have like live view and such, it's pretty straightforward. We're going to edit this template. And then whenever you're in this template right here, we're going to be doing the, what do you call it? We're going to add a shape here. Let me clear out one. I'm going to delete this one. So you can add a shape or an artwork if you want to use like a custom cutout picture or PNG. For now, I'm just going to do a shape. They're both the same thing. You'll see why. So right now I'm going to use a circle. Down here on where it says booth command, you're going to check it. Then open up command and then go to apply filter, then choose. And then you'll see black and white beauty filter. That's the black and white with beauty mode on. You have the color beauty, which is one of more of my favorites. I think that's what you're gonna be looking for if you want like a nice looking beauty. I like the beauty light, but you can also check out heavy. Depends on your lighting as well. Then there's pastel and super color, whichever color is more color for. Pastel is like pastel. So you're just gonna click on, I'm just gonna do beauty light. And then I'm gonna also set it to start photo session after applying command, just so it starts. And then what you're going to do is now, the other thing I also like to do for these buttons, I call them, is changing the when shown. Change the always visible to show during, no, show with start instructions and hide during session. That's just for the button to disappear afterwards. Then press OK, and press OK. Oh yeah, and then, sorry, opening the properties on that. You can go to text, and then now you can like just say beauty or something. It's just to name your button. And I'm just gonna make it pretty. I'm just gonna do the birthday personal use. I like that one. Whenever you're typing the text, always make sure that you have it centered aligned. So vertical alignment, middle. Hopefully that should fix it. There it is. That's the outline. Oh, right here, center. There it is. Okay. And now that's your beauty button. So now whenever I do start it, do I have my webcam on? Give me a second. Switch the camera. Give me a quick second. Yep, on the right camera again. So now whenever I click on the beauty button, it'll disappear right after the start instructions. I need better lighting. But yeah. Always make sure you have sufficient lighting. Right now I haven't done. But yeah, that would be like your beauty filters and buttons. You can check out the black and white beauty and other stuff. The other things I will say is if you have a mirror booth, the way you do a beauty filter on a mirror booth is, do I have an event? Yeah, right now I'm on a mirror event V2, it's fine. And then you're gonna open up controls in your mirror booth event. And right here where it says like the left button and right button are the main ones I use. That's like your left click and right click. I set it to right click on your keyboard. You can click on edit right here. Say it's like the exact same for booth command. Click on apply filter and black and white beauty light and start photo session after applying command once you click it. Now you are gonna have to do that manually, which is kind of the rough part, or you can just kind of, I don't know. But for the mirror booth, that's the way you would do it. Now, anytime you right click on your keyboard, it will automatically start the session with the beauty filter for the mirror booth. It's mainly for animation events, honestly. Just for like anything that's animated. Any questions on that?
Any questions regarding filters or beauty filters? But yeah, we do have questions coming in on Facebook. Thank you for tuning in, guys.
I will.
And as
What I'm gonna do is actually finish through the Facebook questions on the post, just so we can,
just move on to yeah.
yeah, and then we're gonna go straight to the other questions because we have a lot today. All right. So going to Kenesha Williams. I have a PBI 12 black tie. When I'm ending an event on the wrap-up page, I always have to click generate results. Give me a second. My chat keeps disappearing. All right. Generate results several times before it starts loading the pics to the folder chosen. An error message pops stating that a folder wasn't chosen on the wrap-up page. I'm trying to think on what you mean by that, but it's just from what I see here, you're trying to get the pics. Oh, like copy or output and copy original. Okay. Yeah, the wrap-up page, I will say this, it's a little rough to use on Darkroom. Even for me, I have that issue. Normally, I just fix it by closing Darkroom and opening it again. But if you're just trying to save pictures, just do it like the original way of going to photos and prints. Then just do Control A on your keyboard, Control A. It'll select all of them, or just click up here where it says photo and select all, same thing. And then copy or burn files. And now from here is where you can actually get all these pictures and put in a specific folder. Click by clicking browse and finding the folder. Right now I've set it to new folder 2, and it'll go there if I press copy to folder. Make sure no watermark, medium size, full size. Whenever you're copying it onto a folder, you could do whatever size, but as you know, for texting or emailing, we recommend medium size. Same goes for prints. It's the exact same way. Click up here. No. Control A or whatever. Okay, I guess you can do that. But if you do Control A or just drag your mouse, you can get all of them. Click on copy or burn files, set it to the folder, and there you go. I would recommend doing that just for trying to get your pictures out rather than using the wrap up. Normally the way like this normally works out great. Hopefully that should fix your issue. Also, is there a way to upload GIF directly to Instagram? When tried, only still images appear. I'm taking a guess. I'm trying to think. I think you're trying to do the post to Instagram button. Again, I haven't really used too much of the post to Instagram just because whenever you do the event and you just send it to text or email, the customer has the option to do it, or if you're trying to upload it yourself, I think. And I'm trying to figure that out. But what I do recommend doing whenever you are sending out the photo to phone or photo email, always make sure that enable animations is selected. Make sure that it's on animation file type .mp4 because it has to be MP4. Also looks nice. Oh, and enable boomerang if you're trying to do a GIF. A boomerang is just a GIF. Same goes for photo email, enable animations, .mp4, enable boomerang. And also on video, if you go to the video tab right here, normally the file type will automatically be selected as .mp4. I think that's what's going on. If you do the .gif, I think someone else mentioned before that, also if I remember correctly, Instagram only accepts .mp4s to make like a GIF post. So is there a setting for text to phone where the original single images can be sent instead of the GIF or template? That's a new one. Yeah, that is a new one actually. I haven't thought of that one. The only way I can think of doing that for single images is only if you do like a one picture booth. So it's like a single image event booth. Oh yeah, is there a sample single image? I deleted it. Kind of like a single image event. Again, this will just be one picture taken, and instead of doing this, you can also set it to none. So if you click up here where it says template to none, and then it will just send that picture. So it's just a straightforward picture. If you change the template to none. So that's what you could do. I don't know about sending multiple pictures though. I have not looked into that feature. I'll probably get back to you if you send us I don't think you can though. But if you send us a email support at photobooth.int, again, I'll look into it. But so far, I only know that you can only send one picture as a single image. What types of batteries should we bring to an event that would cover any equipment failure due to bad batteries? So far, I mean, if I remember correctly, hey, pal, for the transmitters, do you know if they're AAA or AA? If you have the
It
Astro,
should be double A.
right?
Yeah.
So if you have the Astro booth or Miami booth, or those should be the only two. Yeah. If you have the Astro Miami booth, always make sure to bring spare batteries for the spare AA batteries for the flash transmitter that's inside your booth. Because if you don't and the battery dies on the transmitter whenever you're at the event, that could cause, well, the booth not to flash for the pictures. That would be the main thing I would recommend doing, just carrying AA batteries for the Astro in Miami. For the other booths, it wouldn't cause like system failure or any equipment failure. I guess maybe the black tie and white tie, if they're LED controllers, just to change the LED lights. Oh wait, no, and the Astro booth as well to change the lighting. But you could always go to the backs of the booth. But yeah, sorry, going back. But yeah, just mainly AA batteries for the Astro Miami. For the other booths, such as the black tie, white tie, Chloe's and such, it will just be extra LED batteries, which would be the CR2025, if I'm correctly, the 25 batteries. Yes, let me double check. I have some over here. Paolo, do we have any extra questions?
Yeah, we do. But before we get to that, oh, I just want to tell you guys for Photo Booth Boss, we do have a mentor program already in place. So we're just done with the Vegas Mastermind. So again, with anyone who hasn't watched Photo Booth Boss yet, I would advise you checking it out on YouTube. Again, Photo Booth Boss. So right now we do have a monthly program for only $4.97 a month. It's with Josh Bather himself, Christian and Innocent, with all the good stuff in there. It's just basically one event, guaranteed that you'll get it. You're just paying for that, and you'll get you'll get lots more of training. So yeah, I did posted the questions in here, but Marcus, do you have a question?
Marcus said that. No, yeah, I double checked right now. So I want to go check. Yeah, sorry. So rephrasing that, the Astro has AAA batteries for the Astro transmitter. I got mixed up. Thank you, Marcus. Just making sure. AAA batteries for the transmitters. And for the LED lights, they're CR2025 batteries. They're basically like watch batteries. That's what goes into the LED controllers, just to make sure that the LED light doesn't like the controller doesn't die if you want to change it. It's not a big one, but keep that in mind. And any other batteries I can think of right now, I cannot. But yeah, that's all the Facebook posts that were on the post. Hopefully we can get back to those. All right, we have a lot of questions today. So let me go back to Marcus because that one I haven't answered. I have the Astro booth and almost at every event, the system freezes and I have to unplug the camera and sometime reboot. I'm not sure if the camera is losing power or if the software is having a hard time focusing on the subject, causing it to freeze up. Okay, so Marcus, for that, what I would say this is make sure that your camera, have you made sure that your camera is not set to auto power off? So here, let me pull up a picture or like a video. We do have an article on those just to double check to see you have the settings set up properly. Here, let me post that to the group chat, but just so we can kind of view it on the stream as well. I'm gonna post that. I did not. Okay. So that's the article I would say you gotta double check on as well. So you have to make sure that auto power off is disabled. As you see, I try to make sure that's the main thing here. There's an article on the frozen PC or booth computer session that's failed. It sends you to another article called how to disable auto turn off or auto power off. Just follow this video and it'll just talk about how to do it. And if I remember correctly, DSLR flash settings. Oh yeah, and the second article is just to reset your settings back to normal and learn how to change it but you can also do that through Darkroom, so it's not a big deal. And if that were still to cause the issue, make sure to reset your camera settings and that article there, and then do the same thing as auto power off. And if it still is causing the issue of your booth being frozen, there's a chance that you're not having enough lighting, as said before. Having extra lighting is always good to have because it helps the camera focus easier. And if it's not able to focus, the session will fail. So what we also recommend doing is once your camera is actually focused, set up, and since your booth is not moving, you can switch the camera to manual focus. And now after that, your camera, well, will just stay, well, we'll keep taking the picture no matter what. Kind of show it on the stream here. I'm gonna just start my video. So I'm disabled. So this is the camera. As you see, whenever it's focused, you'll hear, I don't know if you'll hear it here. I don't know if it hears, but like how that moves is trying to focus. But if you have it on manual focus, once it's already focused, like right now, once I hear that little picture click, if I ever do hear a picture click, there it is. Once it takes the picture, you already know it's focused. Now you can just switch it back to manual focus by moving this button here. And now you see that your camera will keep taking pictures no matter where I move it to. I don't know if you can hear the sound, but that's how you would do it.
Yep.
You can
Check-
hear it.
No, neat. My everything's
Yeah,
freezing up on me.
And yeah, for Leslie, we did answer your question earlier on the training. However, we did send you an email as well, just so we can have that looked into as well. I mean, more.
Okay, thank you. I'll rewatch the video then.
Thank you, Leslie.
Okay, but yeah, that will be the manual focus. To try that out. So that's only if maybe not having enough lighting or if your picture really is not being taken. Just make sure to listen inside your booth. And if you keep hearing the little zoom in and out function of the autofocus, just double check it and probably switch it to manual. It should fix your issue for sure. Okay. Next question. Oh, pal, my whole Facebook thing closed. If you can just help me out on that part in a minute. All right.
Yeah.
We have
I'm
a nice.
also I'm sorry, and I'm also posting the Facebook questions here, just so you'll be able to see it.
Oh, okay, that's nice. Thank you. I didn't see that. So for Dania Montalvo, question: when we choose alternate print, multiple templates, is there a way to send one template they have chosen via text message? I had option of 2 templates, 1 pick and a 2x6, and had 3 picks. When they chose a 2x6, it just sent them the template with 1 pick. I mean, choose multiple templates. Is there a way to send what template they have chosen via text? Okay, that one kind of confused me, but I think I understand it. Maybe. Yeah, I'm trying to understand what the question is meaning by the print alternate, so double check it. So to do a print alternate, I'm just gonna start from the bottom. I'll do this template. I'm just trying to see print for every session 4x6. Yeah, I'm just trying to understand that question. It's kind of, I mean, I'm getting a little mixed up. I had an option of 2 templates, 1 pick, and a 2x6 that had 3 picks. When they chose a 2x6, just sent them a template with 1 pick, Miami booth. What I would recommend doing for your print alternate, I think this is what you mean. So you would click on the print alternate button and then choose the prompt for user to choose at the end of session. Also, Pao, is he texting the Facebook Live? So maybe you can clarify it.
What was that?
Oh, is Dania Montalvo, is he typing in the Facebook Live just to clarify?
No, not yet. At the moment.
Yeah, I'm just a little confused. But what I'm gonna say is try doing the print alternate at the end of session before the text, because you have to let because whenever you click on print alternate at the start, it forces you to choose the alternate. But if you have your booth set up to where the screens, if you have your booth set up to where it takes like 3 pictures, I might think that's doing 1. So let I'm trying to understand this actually.
Yeah, but
No, yeah,
of
but if he's
course,
doing a single one, yeah.
but yeah, I mean, of course, if you wanna get into it more, don't hesitate to send us an email, support@photoboothint.com.
Hey,
Oh.
the more questions, the more I get to have in my knowledge base, because that's something I could also make a article on. It's not bad.
Yeah, for sure.
Yeah, I need to look more into these questions. Yeah, that one for sure. I'm gonna have to look into it. If you could also clarify it and send us some support at photoboothint.com and maybe send us a loom of what you mean, that would be very helpful, and I can probably get it sort that one out. For William Block, no volume. I'm sorry. Like
It's just really no volume on this question.
just just like no volume on the Mirror 3. I mean, just make sure that you have volume down here on the speakers. Maybe it's not. Let me double check because I always get confused which mirrors, because I know some mirrors have speakers, the others don't. It's been a minute since I've worked on the Mirror 3 though. I actually don't know, strangely enough. Yeah, that one I wouldn't know right now, not properly. Again, just send us a loom and just let me make sure that maybe your audio drivers is not causing an issue or something. And I can double check if it's showing. If you can send us a loom or a picture of your volume, so click down here on your volume. And if you can show me this little setting right here, or just open that little drop-down box, send me a picture of that, then I could get another good understanding on what you mean. But send it to support@photoboothint.com and I could double check it. Pao also has well, not Pao. Nadia Valentina has a question. The proprietary glam filter, or known as Kim K Beauty smooth skin filter for black and white photos for Mirror 3, not the black and white photo booth in Darkroom. Okay, so not the photo beauty in Darkroom 3. I actually don't know what the proprietary glam filter is. Let me look that up.
Yeah, I guess it's just really the Kardashian glam filter.
They have a glam filter? I do not know. I don't believe we do that. The only way you would do is just with the Darkroom one that they have. I don't think Darkroom would have that. But I think there was a Facebook post that used the black and white field photo beauty filter in Darkroom before, and I still think it came out pretty good. Honestly, I liked it a lot. Just to give you to show, but I don't believe that there is a specific beauty filter that you're mentioning, except the black and white beauty filter.
Rashawn has her hand raised. Do you have any questions, Rashawn?
Yeah, I have two. The first one is when I after like the booth has started running and when I have it for it to go take the pictures, it's like you know how it shows you the photo after you take it? It like just gives you like a preview of what it looks like. Like the photo is always like close up. But then after like all three photos have taken and it goes to like the print template, like it's zoomed out. Is there any way like that preview can be zoomed out, or should I just not worry about it? If that makes sense.
I got a little mixed up. So whenever it takes, so you checked your camera and it shows like a specific part zoomed out. I got a little mixed up.
Well, like, so say
Okay.
like it does the countdown 3, 2, 1, and it snaps the picture. After it snaps the picture, it'll give you like a preview of the photo. And it's zoomed in. But then after all three photos are done and it goes to go on the template, like they're zoomed out. So it's like if I'm taking it with someone else, like you might not see that person. But then once all the photos are done and it's going into the template and like it's getting text or it's getting printed, like the frame is more zoomed out, if that makes sense.
Yes. Okay. I think I know what you mean. So, and which booth do you have? Do you have? I'm just trying to think.
I have because I don't want to lie. Let me pull up my little order thingy-majiggy. I think it's the Mirror 2.
And you're talking about this template, right? The one that prints out is like this one. It looks zoomed out.
Let me see. I have the
Yeah.
mirror 3. I have a mirror 3.
Oh, okay.
Okay, so the like, so is that like the output? Yeah, so when
Yeah.
the output comes out, you'll see like the full picture. So if like me and my husband were standing there, like
Mhm.
you will see us. But it's this that preview that you get once you take each individual picture, like it's like zoomed in.
Oh, and you're using the mirror event, correct?
Yes.
Oh, okay. I think I know what you mean. Here, let me pull this up real quick. This one has a preview, correct?
Yep.
So this little preview, if you're editing it, you can also edit the previews. It's the photo 1, 2, and 3.
Mm-hmm.
So if you double click the photo 1, you'll see right here, scaling of inserted images. So you have the option to fit. So new images are scaled to fit inside the rectangle. So
Uh-huh.
that's instead of it being zoomed in, correct? That's what you mean? It will be fitting, so you'll see the whole image. While the
Okay.
fill will actually fill it up. So since think of it this way, you see how this is kind of going like a vertical, this 3?
Uh-huh.
It's going to be filling that whole vertical. It's trying to fill that vertical. So what you might have to do is also, you can edit this preview by like, maybe you can make it smaller, stuff like that, and kind of make it like a square rather than a vertical rectangle. I cannot pronounce that. Like this, kind of in a way. So since it's trying to fill it up, you know how you get with like with TVs, if you like zoom in or zoom out, stuff
Uh-huh.
like that, it's just going to make it look like that. But since it's trying to stretch it up and down, it's going to look weird. So if you kind of make it into kind of like a square like this, it could fix that issue. Or what you could do as well is just fit it to where new images are scaled to fit inside the rectangle.
Okay.
And you have to change that for every 1, 2, and 3 preview. So change the
Okay.
1 and 2 and 3 options.
So change it to scale to fit.
Scale, like, yeah, change it from fill, because the default's on fill. Change that to fit.
Fit. Okay.
Or you could also do this. These other two I haven't played with too much as well, but it's the auto size faces. So it fits all the faces on the outer image rectangle. So it'll try to fit all faces. I don't know. These haven't really messed with too much, honestly. Or
Okay.
match one face, it moves and scales the closest face to face rectangle. I don't know. I haven't messed with those too much. Normally the fill
Okay.
and fit, but maybe the match one faces might help out.
Okay.
That's what you could do to fix that issue.
Okay. Yeah, because when it goes to print, like it's perfect, but it's just like that preview. I'm like, oh my God,
Yeah.
it cut everything off. But then when it's all said and done, and it's like showing me the whole template, is like absolutely perfect. And then I noticed that I could also, like if I go up to the booth, like I can zoom in the picture or I can zoom out of the actual picture itself
The template?
in the thing. Mm-hmm.
Oh, you're talking about the booth edit, correct?
Yeah, so like if I'm running my booth, like once the picture is finished and the template's on the screen, like before it goes to send, like I can zoom in and zoom out of those pictures.
Yeah.
Yeah. So okay. Last question, and I promise I'm done. So I have an event on Saturday. Like everything is set up, but I've ran it before, but I'm just kind of unsure because I have to do like I promised them like an album, like a digital album once it's all done. And so like I was gonna test because I've done an event before, but I haven't sent like a digital album. So I know like where to go to see all of like the prints from the party. But how do you like where do you go so that can be sent to the customer?
Well, what you could do so like you're talking about like a digital album like that, and you're
Yeah.
just trying to figure out how to send it. I mean, you can send it through Drive, but to do a digital album, are you talking about the way of doing it like through wrap up or something?
Yeah, like if I did a wrap up.
I mean, there's another way to do that actually, which I
Because
kind of
every time I
prefer.
click wrap up, it freezes my screen.
Yeah, I don't like wrap up, trust me. But
Okay. So I stopped wrap up.
there is another way to do that for the digital album.
Okay.
Here, I have an event right here. So what I would like to do is normally I like to make a folder on my desktop. And depending on what type of album, do you want to do an album of photos or prints? Or
it's going to be of the photos taken.
Just like these photos?
Yep.
So yeah, I'm just going to change the name. So I'm going to do this as test 3. So I made a folder on my desktop called test 3. So if I remember correctly, was it if I selected all, click up here, copy or burn files. Yeah, that's what it was. So whenever you select all of them, just by
Uh-huh.
Control A, go to copy or burn, and then go to add-ons. Then right here, would you like to add a slideshow to the digital media?
Add on. Okay.
And then right here, you can, like when it fades in and out between images, also the view time before it changes. You can, the title can be like the event. I'm gonna name this one baby shower because I can't think of anything. You can also add a music file so it plays during the slideshow or digital, I think, album. That's your
Uh-huh.
choice. And then right here, I don't know, the digital media, you can ignore that if you want. Anyways,
Okay.
copy the folder. Oh, did I already select the folder?
That's what I was gonna ask. Like, where'd you go to select the folder? Okay.
Yeah, no, that was my bad. Give me a second. Okay, sorry, the destination right here.
Okay, so
output.
destination.
Browse, let me change that to the test 3. Okay, you can choose between mute, full size, or medium size since it's a digital album. For now, I'm just gonna do full size. Anyways, back to here. Then, yeah, everything's fine.
Copy the folder. Okay.
And then it's gonna make a digital album right now. Just give it a second. How many pictures did I take? Oh my. Just bear for a second. I really hope this doesn't take too long. Anyways, while we have that, let's see if anyone else messaged.
Yep. We're just checking that out. I just want to let you all know that we still have the extended warranty going on. So even though you have your booth for quite some time now, you can still avail our warranty. We do have 2 years, 5 years, and lifetime. And of course, for lifetime, you do have 2,000 off on your next booth. So yep, just want to get that out there. And of course, on the Facebook group, Brianna Villalobos mentioned that yeah, you would need to implement a Photoshop droplet for the Kardashian filter. But
The drop.
as she mentioned as well, though, the grayscale for Darkroom is so nice.
Oh yeah,
So thank you, Brianna.
I will show the grayscale right now. Actually, the grayscale one. If you want to have that option, just give it a second. I can't do much right now. Pal, say something. Keep it going.
Yeah.
Keep going, man. Keep it going.
Yeah, so of course, yeah, if you do have any questions regarding that for droplet, you can obviously I'll actually try to search it up on the Darkroom help center. So
Keep it
I can
going.
post that. Obviously, we don't really like totally recommend it because Photoshop takes up a lot of your
You're almost
computer
there.
space
You're
and
almost
your
there, buddy.
RAM.
You're almost there.
So
All right,
yeah,
you're
let
good,
me.
pal. No, yeah, you're good. Did you want to say something else, pal? You're good.
No, I'm just searching for the droplet. Yeah,
Okay.
I'll send the link on the Facebook chat and here as well on Zoom, just so y'all can check it out. Again, we don't like support it if in any case you have questions with it, but yeah, you can try it out if you want.
All right. So as you all saw, I made a digital album. It went to my test 3 photo folder. And now you see all these. So if they double click images, they can see all the images in this album. So they could also get it if they would like to. Same goes for, the graphics. This is where you can be more creative. You could change these to your own customized picture. So the way you would change like the plus, like pause and play, like let's say you have a JPEG, I'm gonna use this weird one over here. Ignore that picture of me. If you rename it to the same one as like the play button, which one's the play? Slideshow play right here. So if you rename it, you can change the buttons to be more creative. So this is slideshow next. Hi. So I can replace the file and now it's a picture of me. Again, I'm just showing how to play it, but again, you can kind of be creative. But now you would launch the slideshow browser.exe. So here's the slideshow going on. So now if they click on one, normally it's a start, it'll go through these ugly pictures of me. Yeah, but that's like the digital slideshow. You can have music again. It's pretty straightforward, but yeah, the pictures all make you go through.
Okay. And so what do you use to send those? Do you guys normally use Dropbox?
You could do Dropbox, you could do Google Drive. I think, yeah, you could do anything you would like.
Okay, so like share it on Google Drive.
Yeah, if you post it on Google Drive, get a shareable link. Yeah, but for these digital albums, always remember make a zip file of it.
A zip file. Okay.
Yeah, you could do, if you have WinRAR, talk about last time, you can right click, add to archive, zip, press OK. And then you would share that zip file. Trust me, it's just 10 times easier to do that and then uploading, or it's gonna take forever. That's a zip file. But
Okay.
yeah. All right.
Okay.
and
Thanks.
we're gonna talk about one more question because we are out of time. It's just a quick grayscale thing. So in the depending on the event as well, there's a button right here. Remember that from earlier? Changes this from a command to grayscale. So instead of apply filter, it would just be called grayscale. You also do it to where the color scheme toggles if you click it, so you can go to retro sepia, but for now grayscale, press OK. Then press OK. It's not beauty anymore though, it's black and white. So yeah, so just change the booth command to grayscale for like the event like this, but if it's for the mirror, let me see if I have that. There it is. We'll go to controls, right click, command, again, grayscale. And now whenever you right click, it'll automatically go grayscale. But that would be the way of using the grayscale. All right. Well, that's it, everybody. They turn off the lights here. Have a great day, y'all.
Yeah,
And
again, for everyone, thank you for tuning in our Darkroom training today. If y'all have any questions, just send an email to us, support@photoboothint.com. Don't forget to send us a Loom video as well. You can download it free on your phone. Yep. Thank you,
man,
guys.
they turned the lights off on me.
Have
All right,
a
bye,
good
y'all.
evening, everyone.